get inspired about that. How about that? Gang, get inspired about that. How about that? How about that, gang? I hope you guys are doing litty. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Moon. That's Froggy Boy. That's Froggy Boy with his watermelon belly. So we're going to collective message. Please remember this won't resonate for everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This seems like quite a specific message coming out today. So, okay, so I don't know, maybe I said that for some reason at the beginning. Get inspired. How about that? How about that? Okay, so I'm just going to get to the nitty gritty first. Someone in this collective may be an Andromedan father, or you could have an Andromedan father, or there's something about a divine feminine, a father figure, and Andromedan energy coming out here. Okay, and this energy is significant for this reading. Right? So yeah, I feel like for some of you, this could be someone, maybe even that's on the other side, right? In the spirit. This could be an ancestor. This could be a... I just heard uncle, aunt, almost. I just heard them at the same time. Uncle, aunt. So, yeah, you might have an uncle or an auntie in the spirit. But yeah, just take what resonates there. We'll look more into that energy in a minute. So what I'm getting is, yeah, and there it is. My throat doesn't want to speak, and this is what I'm getting. So we've got communication in reverse, right? And I actually feel like whoever you are, you may be someone that actually inspires yourself. You may inspire other people when you do get inspired. When you get inspired, how about that? But yeah, we're getting it's dangerous to mess with you when you speak up, okay? It's dangerous to mess with you because you speak up. You know, it's dangerous to mess with you because you stand up for what you believe in and what you feel is fair, right? What you feel is right. And I have a visual for this reading as well. So I'm just getting there's been some kind of energy trying to oppose your voice, all right? So I don't know if this is a person, if this is some kind of circumstances or what's going on, but it's like there's been something going on where someone or something, okay, this could even be entities, spirits, they have not wanted you to speak for some reason, because when you speak, you can move mountains. When you speak, it's almost like some of you can delegate people into positions, right? You can delegate people tasks. You may be someone that, you know, you don't have to be the most outspoken person in the room, right? But, or in general, but it's something about when you do speak up, it's very dangerous, okay? So I'm getting some Virgo energy, like, and the reason, ding, that's a ding for confirmation. But you know, I'm getting Virgo energy because some of you may be Virgos, because I've heard that Virgos have a really good knack for sitting back and observing a situation for years before they even speak on a situation. Like they could be your best friend or, you know of you for 10 years and they'll just watch and they'll just observe and they won't judge, but they will note everything. And if they ever have to use it against you, they will. Right? Maybe some of you might be a little bit spicy, but yeah, I'm getting this like, yeah, some of you definitely inspire other people when you speak as well. I don't think some of you realize how much you inspire people when you speak to them, okay? But yeah, it's like when you speak, like rooms of people listen as well. And you might not have a very loud voice, right? But you might have a very soft voice. Some of you may have a very loud, assertive voice. You know, but it's just something about when you speak your truth, man, it's like all hell breaks loose, okay? It's like some of you may cause awakenings for people. Some of you, you just speak the truth and you speak it so raw. Oh, God, this shit's so raw, baby. Like, literally. And I see. It's like you have this way of speaking raw truth. It's like you've got a sword, 2 samurai swords. You just bring them out and you use them with like this precise accuracy and just like that's what I'm getting. And some kind of force or some kind of person has wanted to put your voice. It's like, okay, so what I'm getting, this is a visual now, it's making sense. Okay, so what I just saw in my mind before I started this reading, before I even pulled any cards, was a chest. Okay, and I keep getting visuals of these treasure chests lately, but in this case, this is a chest, and just imagine the chest represents your voice, right? And all the riches and all the wealth connected to your voice, and inside that chest, it's filled with very beautiful things. Okay, very valuable, beautiful things. You know, maybe even some of you got some Star Tech stuff in there. That's what they say, right? Take it resonates. But you have a really powerful voice. And inside this chest, it's like, it's filled with all this wealth and this gold and jewels and rare items, right? And what I saw was, it's like, okay, so it's like this chest has been buried. But for some reason, I'm getting this idea where it's like this entity or this group or this person, they've taken the chest, right, and they've buried it. And I see someone like literally digging it up, and I keep getting visuals about this digging and the dirt and the gold and the money and all this, but this is different, gang. Well, I think it is. Right? And it's like people have like taken the chest, or it's like what they've done or they're trying to do is like take this chest, right, remove it from your voice, whoop, and go and put it on the ground and put dirt all over the top of it. But, you know, because it's a part of you, it's like you always know how to come back to it. It's like having a GPS tracker, you know, to your own, to what is rightfully yours, right? Your voice, your truth, your inherited spiritual wealth is all yours, right? So I'm seeing that, and then I'm seeing you, like digging it up. And this may be representative of something you've had to do throughout your life where people have tried to literally bury your voice, right? Like bury your truth, bury you. It's given that song by Billie Eilish, Bury a Friend, na 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 na. Yeah, that's a good song. But she wrote that song about like anyway, let's not get into that. So I'm seeing that every time someone goes and takes this chest, right, and they go bury it, right? They might, you know, take some stuff and they try to hide it, you know, or bury it. And it's like you always know where to find it. It's like you got this, what are they called? Like air tag to your own to your own stuff, right? Because it's got your energy signature all over it. It's connected to you. And it's like you go and you dig it up again, right? And, you know, it takes work, you know, to open up your throat chakra. It takes work to activate your throat chakra. It takes work. You know, it takes you have to put energy into activating it. So, you know, things like humming, singing, writing, speaking, you know, public speaking, you know, all of these things, all the things that activate your throat chakra, like these are the things that you have to do to actually strengthen the muscle, right, and work it. And I'm just seeing that like you do that. And someone doesn't want that to happen. I can't tell you like how much I feel like it's almost like there's a plug on my throat. And this is the energy that I'm picking up on today, okay? Now, someone doesn't want you communicating, but you know what? You have a secret message, okay? This is what I'm getting. You have been given some kind of secret message from, I'm gonna say God, from your higher self, from the cosmos, from the universe, okay? From the creator. So let's say from the Most High, from one, right? You have received some kind of hidden, potentially encrypted message in the past, okay? I don't know what this is about, but we're going to look into that. That's as far as I've got so far. But yeah, all I know is that you really have the ability to get inspired. Like you may actually inspire yourself when you start working your throat chakra. You know what I mean? Yes. So I'm getting, you received some kind of message from, I'm just going to say the universe, okay, to keep this short and simple. Some of you may have been given information or some kind of message about how to infuse something into your life. Okay, this could be to do with something that you use your hands with. Some of you may be into styling, okay, or you may have been guided to move away from alcohol. Okay, some of you may have actually gone through some kind of awakening, or stop drinking alcohol. Okay, that could be significant, or significantly reduced an amount of something. But there's some kind of secret message that some of you definitely received that only you know. Okay, it's like only you know about it. It's specifically designed just for you. Now, why this is so important, I'm not sure, but we've also got Taurus and Sagittarius energy coming out here. Right, the number 33 could be very significant. Okay, we've got Gemini energy too. Right, some of you, it's like whatever this secret message is that you were given, it's like it's been able to support you in your, I'm just going to say your life's journey. Okay, it's been able to also assist you to hold back at certain points in your life, you know, and that may be part of what some may call strategy, right? When you spend your energy, or sometimes you can conserve your energy, right? You can spend it, or you can conserve it, reserve it, even conserve it. But yeah, it's like you were able to really get some kind of clarity on something that gave you a lot of relief. It may have happened while you were meditating, but all I know is that you know that you are supported when you speak your truth, right? You know that I can't make this up. We've got Capricorn energy as well. You may also be aware that your throat chakra has been targeted like pretty much all your life, okay? That's what I'm getting. And this is some kind of insane energy coming up here where people are trying to stall you, okay? People are trying to block you from speaking your truth, right? So you may even find yourself in a situation where you've got to go dig up, right? And I mean this literally, like metaphorically, but it's like you have to dig up your own truth on a situation, what your authentic truth is about a situation. And when you speak that truth after you've dug it up, takes effort, right? But when you speak that truth, it shatters egos, it shatters worlds, it shatters all illusions, because it's that piercing. You know, you may also be someone with I'm getting very piercing eyes as well, okay? You may have a lot of dark around the ring around your eye, okay? It may be very dark. I've heard that people that have a very dark ring around their eye are very, very honest people. And that was just from somebody from the military that told me that. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I just felt called to say that. And that happened a long time ago, but I just felt really called to say that. I was also getting a vision of someone wearing like a purple. So I feel like I'm picking up on like a female just for this specific part. But it's like a female with this purple. Maybe it's like Lululemon, but it looks like something like that, like an exercise shirt, but it's like purple colored. So if you have this kind of color shirt, yeah, like this may be significant for you, okay? Right? So yeah, okay, but the thing is, you know, you also have support from the angelic realm, okay? But you also have a lot of support. You have a lot of access. This is insane. Hold up. I think they're trying to... Hang on, gang. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is like vines dropping down, okay? So when you speak your truth, it's almost like you drop vines for other people to like lift themselves up on. Some of you may be higher dimensional beings, and that's what I'm getting as well, right? You're higher dimensional beings incarnated in human bodies, and you're able to come here. And when you speak your truth, it's like dropping vines, and people are able to literally float up to higher vibrations, higher dimensions, because you're able to do that, right? It's like dropping vines of light. And yeah, people can come and like literally elevate off your truth, right? From your truth, people elevate. okay? And illusions shatter. And like I'm saying, someone in this collective may have an Andromedan father, or you may be a father that's Andromedan, but there's a divine feminine, it's like a divine feminine father figure, okay? So this could be someone that's in a male body. I don't know who I'm picking up on here, but it's like a male body, you know, but they're an Andromedan soul, so they have a very divine feminine energy. Like, how beautiful is that? That's what I'm getting. Some of you may resonate with that yourself. You may be the father. You may be someone with this Andromedan adventurous soul, but also have a very beautiful divine feminine energy to you, okay? Maybe you're about to have a family, or you have a family. Take what resonates. I'm getting the letter G could be significant. Okay, Joe, Josh, these J names are coming out. Yeah, gang. So, I don't know who or what this is doing this, okay? But all I know is that we've got, I actually just need to look something up real quick. But we've got, these two cards came out in the reading last night like that. I can't believe this, what I'm seeing here. But hold up, gang, hold up. We're just going to check something. Yeah, okay, so hear this. Some of you, this is like an entity that's been almost like isolated for some time, okay? Or this is a person that's been isolated for quite some time, and they are in a very dark, manipulative energy because of it, okay? Or it's like that demon I saw a while back, gang. Some of these, I think it was like Bahal or Bilal or something like that. It was sitting on a toilet. Sitting on the toilet, man, with a crown, you know, sitting on the toilet. I don't know, it was like a moldy, this was a vision I had of this entity just sitting there, like, and that was around a time when I was being approached by some really demonic, like a very demonic couple as well. Like very demonic. Oh no, they were not good. But you know, I just feel like there's something that just doesn't want you to speak your voice right now, and speak your truth about a situation. So I just want to say that, you know, you hear good news. You hear good things from spirit, okay? When people hear good news from you, it can lift their spirits as well. Notice that ear there, I've never noticed this before, but it's like a spiral shape, right? You see that spiral going into the ear? It's like, this is what I mean. Even if you envision that, you know, if you're clairaudient, which people with strong, powerful throat chakras are, if you're interested in more learning about that, I've got a book, an ebook, if you guys want to check that out. It's in the description box. But anyway, you know, you can actually envision spirals of light coming out of your ears like this, right? Or just lines. You can start the spiral in your ear and bring them out and send them out into the ether and then draw them back in. You send it out as far as you want to, right? Into the astral plane. Then you bring them back in. You watch your dreams, all right? Over the next 3 days after that, you will be mind blown by the things that you experience and the things that you hear. But I'm just getting this spiral is going in, right? So it's like something about you're able to receive truth, but it's strongly tied to your patience as well, right? It's strongly tied to it's like you have a strong self-discipline, or you don't feel the need to react to people doing really silly things sometimes, right? Or things out of insecurity, or things out of people do things from a low vibrational place, and it's like you're able to spot that early. So it's like, you know, and then you can hear truth about situations. So it's like you don't have to react to everything, you know, that people are doing. But I'm just getting, look, all I know is that I feel like the energy is starting to clear up now, okay, now that I'm speaking about this. But I don't know what's going on with the collective, but what the hell? Some of you may need to hear this message today where, you know, do not let anything or anyone set you back from speaking your truth right now, okay? No matter what happens, no matter what, you know, if you're picking up on fears from other people as well, this is not a time to doubt your voice, but I do feel like someone needs to get this push today where you have to understand, like some of you may have come from families where your voice was very suppressed. Maybe some of you, this is like an unconscious form of suppression. It's a deep suppression that you haven't realized that, you know, fear, like it's created a fear of actually speaking your real authentic truth. And like I'm saying, it's like you have to go and dig this truth up all the time. because people are always trying to move your shit around, right? And put words in your mouth, and you know, like, this is crazy what I'm picking up on. Yes, but there is, and I'm going to stand on that. There is definitely a very strong energy of Archangel Metatron coming through in this reading today. This is very powerful energy coming through. All right, Archangel Metatron wants you to know, yes, there is some, like an evil woman, a witch or a warlock, okay, or an evil, look, the word man is in there too, right? So that's womb, man, and womb, and man, right? Somebody that's off their chopper gang. I hate to say it, but they haven't got up for a while, all right? Like, and I mean this, like, this is someone who's down and can't get up unless they feel like they can push someone all the way down, right? And this may be an entity, right? This may be something that just may have been feeding off your bloodline or something like that, okay? So, look, the Ace of Swords just flew out. Maybe a spirit that's been feeding off your bloodline, creating suppression with the voice. So, I just feel like this message is to, Shadi, get inspired. How about that, right? Do things that inspire you. Do things, you know, listen to things that inspire your voice as well, and inspire you in how you want to use your voice, and maybe even the things that you'd like to speak about, okay? And some of you just need to really speak up about something, okay? I don't know what this is about. You may be called to speak up about some kind of work relationship, okay? This could be a big confirmation for someone. You will be surprised at how you handle that, okay? And I feel like that's actually coming from someone has a you could have a father in the spirit. That's what I'm getting, okay? And you know, some of you, this may be your star family as well, I'm picking up on too. But you know, when Metatron's coming out, this is having a really powerful balance between light and dark within yourself, okay? Understanding that ignoring the darkness only creates more problems in the end. So, you know, it's not that you need to go and explore the whole darkness and ride through the underworld every single night, right? That's something that your soul trains for. But I just feel like if there's anything that's like preventing you from feeling like you can just speak your truth, this is the time to speak your truth. Some of you may not have a problem with that at all, but there are messages in this message for you in this message. Hope that's making sense. But yeah, someone needs to speak up about a work situation or a work relationship immediately. This is what I'm getting. Okay, yes, it may be a mental journey, okay, but it's going to leave you wiser in the end. You need to report somebody. Some of you need to report someone for something that's been happening in your workplace. Okay, they are undependable and insincere, or they can't be trusted. That's what I'm getting, and you know who that is. Yeah, there's some kind of pressure, some kind of anxiety, right? Launch it. Launch your truth, right? Get your slingshot. Get your weapon. Get your weapon. Launch it, okay? Aim your weapon and go and get it. Go and get it, right? Speak your truth, because like there's a situation that's been stressing somebody out, causing them anxiety, okay? This is the time to do it. You may need to make a phone call. You may need to, maybe someone's been harassing you from work, okay? Maybe someone's been trying to trigger you at work as well, okay? And you will be surprised at the justice that comes by speaking your truth, and you will feel like an energy back you up, right? And this is why I feel like sometimes a lot of people walking around, especially with strong throat chakras, they are channels, right? They're natural channels. You know, clairaudience is also, it's hearing music, it's hearing through into different dimensions, right? Like, maybe some of you have seen this movie. There's a movie and it's about the Beach Boys. I think it's called Love and Mercy. That's a great movie, you know, but Brian, the guy in the movie, he's said to have like schizophrenia, but on the spiritual side of, you know, YouTube, we like to think of people that have schizophrenia. Not all, okay? I'm not a professional, okay? But not all people, but, you know, schizophrenia, I really feel is the ability to see into different realms and have no control over what's going on. And also your programming does not support what you are experiencing, right? So you're obviously going to have all kinds of whacked out experiences because there's so much imbalance in the energy field. There's so much imbalance and distortion between the mental, the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual bodies, right? So it creates this very like extreme situation, and without anchoring and grounding yourself, it can be very overwhelming, right? But you know, in the movie Love and Mercy, this guy Brian, he there's a scene, it's just reminding me of this scene where his dad comes into the studio, they're like recording a song, and he puts the headphones on and he hears like voices screaming like, ah! And he takes the headphones off and it's just back to normal, right? He hears everyone speaking in the distance. Then he puts the headphones back on and he hears the voices again, right? Like, you know, and it's like hearing into different realms. But sometimes it's, you know, your own lack of awareness of your spiritual power can be literally your greatest downfall in life. You know, it really can be sometimes. So it's important to recognize how powerful you are and how powerful your voice is, okay? This is the time to really speak your truth, gang. Maybe I'm making up for what I didn't do on the Zodiacs last week, but, you know, I just feel like collectively, this is the time to really speak your truth and be confident in your truth, even if that truth is heavy, okay? Even if that truth is heavy, because some of you have some really powerful beings watching over you, okay? They're watching over you. They're coming to visit you. They're making their presence known to you, especially this Andromedan, divine, masculine, feminine figure, okay? You even got Fae coming now, right? You got potentially Andromedan Fae. You got all kinds of Fae around you as well, okay? These are also interdimensional beings, right? Multidimensional beings. You know, there's all kinds of energy we can use. But yeah, I'm getting protect your gold, okay? Protect your treasure. This time, you know, whatever's going on, don't just give your chest away and don't turn your back too far, okay? Or, I mean, for too long. So you don't have to go and dig up your truth about a situation. It's like, keep your truth right in front of you. Keep your treasure chest right in front of you where you know where it is, okay? I don't know why it's coming out like that, but that's just how it's coming out, because your voice is treasure, okay? You are a treasure. You are a treasure. Your presence is treasured. It is a treasure. And even if you don't feel like that, I'm telling you, the beings that watch over you know how much of a treasure your voice is, okay? And how treasured it is and potentially will be in this lifetime. Look, boom. And I just pulled the crystal ball. Right? Your voice, you know, sometimes, when you're making a song as well, it's funny I'm talking about music, but, you know, like people with clairaudience, they naturally channel, right? They naturally have this ability to hear like music at a certain point in time and, you know, hear certain words. And, you know, sometimes, you know, like for example, a rapper, right? I'm no freestyle rapper, but, you know, I can rap, I can copy someone else's rap, I can do their rap, but a rapper that can freestyle, and I mean really freestyle, not someone just sat there and thought about what they're gonna do and drafted it all out. No, I mean these people that are straight channels, right? Some of them channel, okay, some of them just draw straight purely from their subconscious mind, but it's a skill, you know, like they have to build that ability up, and it is phenomenal what some of them do, right? Some of you may be rappers, some of you may be musicians, singers, artists, you know, writers, poets, musicians, creatives on top of it, right? You may have a multitude of gifts, but I'm just getting that, you know, it's like when you use your throat and it starts to flow, that's how it, you know, that's how it keeps flowing, right? Energy generates energy. So if you don't use your voice and even try to push yourself out of comfort zones as well, it will stay, you know, it will stay in the same sort of vibration. So yes, some of you, your actual throat and your voice is actually very psychic as well, right? So when you speak, you may not know what you're going to say, but it may just come out divine. You know what I mean? Like it's just divine. And I know like people that can do that, as people that you might say do like spoken word, right? I'm getting a lot about these speakers coming through, okay? It's like this big speaker. This is what Spirit's showing me, this big speaker. And yeah, some of you, it's time for you to turn the speaker on, because people, I'm telling you, gang, your bloodline's been cursed, right? Your bloodline was cursed with their throat chakras where they weren't able to express it fully. Okay? A lot of people are cursed with their throat chakras because they're afraid. Okay? They're afraid to be who they are. They're afraid of being hated on. They're afraid of being humiliated. They're afraid of the humiliation ritual. They're afraid of being judged, but there's no strategy to this. Okay? You don't need a strategy. You just need to start using your muscle. All right, flex that. Shawty, get inspired. How about that, gang? How about that? How about that? Get inspired. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this there. Let me know if it resonated. We'll see you in the next one. Peace to the cosmic tribe.